marking a milestone in his time as Prime Minister.
We've been in government now for just 100 days, but my colleagues and I are not there just to mark time.
Anthony Albanese promising to bring reformist zeal to the post-pandemic period.
From response and recovery to reform and renewal.
Framing this week's Jobs and Skills Summit as a search for consensus on changes to industrial settings that'll spur wage growth.
The biggest single outcome I'm hoping for is the beginning of a new culture of cooperation.
And for now, at least, there's goodwill to be had.
We are totally agreed on this, that we shift to more permanent migration, more permanent pathways.
Potential agreement on how best to plug chronic worker shortages being experienced in multiple sectors.
A shift back to permanent migration being at the core of our migration program.
And the Prime Minister's clearly listening.
Far better to give someone a sense of ownership and a stake in this country.
While we can just about lock in higher permanent skilled migration, the Jobs and Skills Summit will also generate greater demand for government services, training and apprentice support, all of which will be expensive. How the Albanese government would pay for that, especially with $240 billion in legislated tax cuts around the corner, remains the big budget question.
I said at the time that it wasn't wise.
Can you guarantee here and now that those tax cuts will remain as they are?
We made a decision that we would stand by that legislation rather than relitigate it, and we haven't changed our opinion.
Perhaps watch this space. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.